cabin life in Minnesota's iconic North Woods. A different sort of existence where water rules. Yeah, I love lake life, and here on Gull Lake there's quite a story happening back in the woods. You'll understand when you see how Northland Buildings get made for the outdoors. Northland builds post-frame structures. Wooden skeletons covered with steel siding. Simple buildings that go up swiftly. Today's project goes up on client David Riegert's new property, an excited guy who hopes to create cabin storage.
This is gonna be awesome.
They have toys, they basically don't want to haul them back to the cities or store them.
Yeah, it's just all the stuff for the water.
The Northland crew starts by laying out the building footprint. They make sure the structure shape is exact and square. Cody Reif and Billy Jenkins move supplies and stage them in place. Team leader Jay Punzak jumps off to start prepping the lumber.
Usually by the time he's done drilling holes, I'll have all the outsides cut.
Those holes key to pole-frame buildings.
Drilling holes is so much fun to watch. Cody's got this down to a science. If I've got my numbers right, they're drilling 16 holes, 5.5 feet deep to get below that frost line, and they'll be 8 feet apart. Really the foundation of the entire project. He makes it look easy.
Cody drills and Billy follows with a packing tool.
And you're just compacting that, just tamping it down.
Nope, now I am.
Good, as long as it feels solid.
Yep.
That looks good. I can make it keep going, but no, that's good.
Thanks.
The hardest part about digging holes, tamping the bottom at the end.
I will soon learn that statement is just not true.
They have no idea what they're doing here.
Sure.
I'm not sure David is happy about this. Cody puts me to work.
Sorry, Dave, it's just one pull.
Every post hole must be exact on center and on depth.
Now clear it.
Did I just get a thumbs up from Cody?
I'm trying.
Probably not.
All right, last chance.
10 minutes and I still can't get my hole quite right.
Dave, this side might be a little crooked, but don't worry about it.
Cody cleans up my mess and gives Dave a shot.
This trigger runs the auger. Next time, when you start to hit, come up with just a little bit, use the trigger, and then go back into it.
See, it's not so easy. Billy drops a concrete disc into each hole. That saucer stabilizes each post and keeps them in place. Now the building gets its legs, so to speak. One by one, the 16 posts go into place with a most interesting process.
Right there.
Jay guides posts exactly into place.
Well, the corners are very important. So we set boards on them later to keep our distance.
If corners are plumb and correct, everything else just falls into place.
Love it. It's looking good.
Once you have the pole set, then the rest is pretty simple.
Maybe, if you're good at math.
Yeah, 5 of each. Start with an 8, got a 16, and then end with a 16. And we'll start on that side, we'll start with an 8, 16, 16.
Jay always seems to work one step ahead. Maybe that's part of the reason these buildings go up so quickly. Or, a better word might be efficiently.
Once you've done one, you know what goes into them, and just start cutting.
Let's let Jay finish up the prep work. When we come back, this Northland building comes to life. Northwoods lake life equals relaxation, unless you're part of this crew. Northland Buildings gets busy on David Riegert's new cabin storage.
30 by 40, 12-foot sidewall. So then the doors are that same height.
With posts drilled and in place, the team goes to work on the structure sides.
Then they're gonna start girting up the building. That's the boards on the side of the building.
Girting, by definition, means to encircle or surround the structure with bands of wood, essentially to frame up the sides.
So the girts really have two roles. Number one, they give the building its stability. And number two, this is what the steel exterior will eventually be attached to. Getting these things up takes a couple of hours. Hey guys, we have a problem. Actually, just kidding. Look at that. Exactly spot on.
All this work happens in one full day on the job. But before the crew goes home to rest, they try and set a couple trusses. Pre-built trusses will support the weight of the roof and help define this Northland building. The company's slogan says it all: built tough for the Northland.
It'll be a real nice building when it's done.
Next morning, the guys are back to work before we even show up, and the structure already looks different. They finish the frame and Jay sets the access door.
24 hours in, the building looks like this. The poles are in, the framing is complete, but now the skeleton needs its skin.
Once the building's pretty much framed up and nice and straight, they're gonna start putting on the trims, the accessories, putting the steel on.
Northland steel, heavy galvanized material covered in Valspar paint.
We're working on the soffit and fascia.
Now Northland gets to work on the roof. Steel sheets go into place.
We're putting this steel on right now. We gotta stretch it a little, straighten it out.
Billy does a lot of the high-level work with a few perks.
Well, it's a lot cooler up here, for one.
Still tough on a hot summer day. Now the sides go on. This work is fairly quick and painless. They wrap up by lunchtime. A quick cool down, and Jay goes to work on the garage doors. Now it's time to hop in and wrap up the job. Like that, in 18 hours, the Northland building comes to life.
The finishing touch. Both me and Jay usually take pictures of them at the very end. My kids like to see what we've been working on.
Northland, it's a quality building at a fair price. These are built tough.
By these guys. Nice work.
So there you go, 2.5 days of work and you end up with the ultimate storage building for sportsmen and women. Northland Buildings, here in the Northwoods, made for the outdoors.